The Top Spot is brought to you by Aussie Traveller. While Mark continues trying to catch my tea, I woke up thinking what a perfect day it is to go exploring. And there is no better way than to get a bird's eye view of the area. I've come down here to meet the fabulous folks from Air Fraser to take a first-hand look at the world's largest sand island. Tell us, how good is the view from up there? You have the top job in the world. I thought I had it good.
Today's pretty good. You can see top to bottom of the island. Have seen some humpback whales today. Can't promise that we'll see any on the flight. It is nature. We can't, not SeaWorld, can't make things just happen. But on the last flight we did see some dugongs, so I can pretty much guarantee seeing some dugongs in the Great Sandy Strait as well.
Tell us about this beauty. Tell us what you know, what we're going up in.
Today we're going up in one of the more popular aircraft. It's the Cessna 172.
Now, quick checklist. Do I need oxygen masks?
Nothing long.
Parachute?
Should be fine.
Sick bag?
We have got them, so you'll be right.
And you promise me I'm safe?
You are safe.
All right, take me flying, Steve.
Jump on in.
Okay. The passenger door is open. That's my side. Fraser Island stretches over 123 kilometres in length and 22 kilometres at its widest point. With an area of 184,000 hectares, it is the largest sand island in the world. What many people don't realise, though, is that this World Heritage listed island is ranked up there with Uluru, Kakadu, and is protected for all to appreciate and enjoy. It certainly is a place of exceptional beauty, with its long, uninterrupted white beaches flanked by strikingly coloured sand cliffs and more than 100 freshwater lakes, all ringed by white sandy beaches. Now, Steve was telling me how Fraser is the only place in the world where tall rainforests are found growing on sand dunes at elevations of more than 200 metres. The low Wollum heaths on the island are of particular evolutionary and ecological significance and provide magnificent wildflower displays in spring as well as summer. I must say, though, this really is the ideal platform to enjoy the wonderful, magnificent views that Fraser Island has to offer. But alas, it's time to return to the ground. Let's hope that Steve can pull off a smooth landing. Sunshine, thank you for an amazing experience. I will never forget this. It was that amazing. I'm off to get my pilot's licence. Let's go.
It's now time to see what Graham is up to at the Caravan, Camping and Touring Holiday Show.
Hi, and we're with Owen here with the Bolwell Edge Caravan, which has some interesting and new features. So, Owen, can you tell us a bit about those?
Well, the Bolwell Edge is a tough luxury tourer. It's tough because it's designed for corrugated dirt roads. It's designed to go around Australia, and to go anywhere of interest around Australia, you really need to be able to go off the highway, down to national parks, down to the riverbank, things like that. It's luxury because we've got so many features inside that I'll show you in a second, that it's really designed for the luxury market. And you've got a pop top, so as far as storage goes, you can store it in a normal garage. You've got external galley, so you to cook outside, and the benefit of that is you're not going to have your cooking smells inside. You've also got an inside cooker if it's raining, but this is a great option.
And you've got water here, that's the water storage tank you've got in the Caravan, is it?
It's all plumbed to the internal water.
That's fantastic.
And the hot water.
That's really great. Can we have a look at some of the features inside?
Absolutely, let's go.
Okay. Well, and we've had a look at that fantastic feature outside, the external galley, but we've got this wonderful compact cooker, sink and pop-up electrical unit in here also. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, Graham, we've designed this so that it's pretty much a self-contained unit inside as well as outside. We've got the stainless steel appliances, the sink, the stainless steel 2-burner cooker. We've also got a funky little device that is the pop-up 240-volt electrical outlet. So when you're in a caravan park, you pop that up, you can plug in your microwave, your hairdryer, whatever you want.
Thanks very much for the tour, Owen. I appreciate it.
Hervey Bay, as we know, is a beautiful place. And usually in beautiful places, it's been my experience that I've seen around the world, there's always a very nice marina. There's no exception with this particular one, a very safe harbour indeed. And I'm referring to the Hervey Bay Harbour. And we have a gentleman here that actually lives here in the harbour. He's seen a lot of things over the years, but has also spent an enormous amount of time, the lucky fellow, cruising around the Queensland coast. And I'm referring to Chuck Roscoe. G'day, Chuck. How you doing?
How are you, Mark?
Thanks for taking some time out to talk with us
That's
today.
a pleasure.
This looks like a very, very nice, safe harbour here.
It's a beautiful place here, Mark. This is a safe harbour. There's a Hervey Bay Harbour. There's 3 marinas here. There's the Great Sandy Straits Marina on the northern end, the Boat Club Marina, which is the newest one in the centre, and then the Fisherman's Wharf Marina on the south. And we've got a breakwall that goes right around, protects us from the sea. The trawlers can offload over there, and everybody can live in here in the nice peace and quiet. On the other side of the brick wall, or the rock wall, there's settling ponds for when they occasionally have to dredge the harbour out. They put the silt over in there, and I think eventually that'll be for future development. And that's Fraser Island you can see over there in the distance.
Right. Chuck was kind enough to invite me aboard his home Tomcat. Permission to come aboard.
Come aboard by all means. Welcome.
Chuck, I know it's another world and, you know, its own lingo and God knows what else, and there's a sort of a code with boaties and so on. You have to excuse my ignorance a little here, but apart from when you talk about footage on a boat, this is 33-footer. Mm-hmm. Okay, it's quite a big size. What are the other prolific things? Like in real estate, you talk about how many bedrooms, how many square metres of the house, or this or that. When you talk boats, what's the most prolific thing that is explained?
Well, it depends if you're talking to the male or the female.
Okay.
The female, I want to know what the galley's like and how many berths, and the guy, I want to know how fast she goes. So we've got a mainsail and a jib and a spinnaker. And believe you me, there's nothing better than starting off when you've got 60 nautical miles to go and you're up the front with a cup of coffee at 8 o'clock in the morning and the red and white spinnaker set, and you're going along at 5 knots. It's just heaven.
Well, what promulgated it? How did it all come about as a busy working man with your wife and family? I mean...
We came up a couple of times for holidays and chartered a yacht just for holidays, and we loved it that much, didn't want to go home. So it was the scariest thing I've ever done. Put the house in the market where we'd raised the kids.
Right.
Sold the house, sold the furniture, everything. Put a little bit of stuff in storage we couldn't get rid of. Came up here. Lived in a tent for 2 weeks, or no, 2 months, while we looked around for a boat.
Well, that would have been a different size from the house for starters.
It was. And we eventually found this boat partly constructed, the hull. Bought it, and I thought I had a boat. It took me 3 years to finish it.
Wow.
So, but anyway, I haven't regretted it. We've lived very frugally, haven't had a TV for 15 years, haven't got a microwave. I don't know how we would have ever thought we'd survive without a microwave. Haven't got a microwave, haven't got a TV, and don't miss them. And we've just had a great time. We've lived, like I say, very frugally. You can live very cheaply out there, but you've still got to have an income for insurance and tea and sugar and all that stuff. So
it is doable.
I do it well. Yeah. If you, well, it's not a risk really, but if you're prepared just to sort of have a go at it, I suppose it's amazing how you can survive on making life simple. We go into people's houses very seldom these days because you eventually only know boaties. But we're always amazed with how much stuff people have got. How many TVs and computers.
The accumulation of
and we haven't got any of that, and we don't need it.
Well, my grandmother used to say, it's horse racing. That's what makes horse racing. And everybody's different.
Well,
it's the whole thing. Yeah. Chuck, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for giving us the time.
I'm glad you came.
And smooth sailing, my friend.
Thank you.
Well, it is certainly enviable how Chuck and his wife choose to live their life. After the break, the guys at Roswell give all you caravan and campers some handy tips on looking after your vehicle.